So when I was in England, I found myself doing drug business, and I also go into dating. There's nothing about dating that I will not know online. I knew how to arrive work, I knew how to send parcel, everything. They were like, no, I don't want to get married. I like me in a shower work. I like me at the back at the tonton. So I didn't want to get married. So all my uncles have already been angry with me ever since. So now when I came back from India now, 2022, I got scammed because I wanted to go to US.
You can start.
Okay, greetings everyone. I'm here to tell you about my story. So my name is Zidel Ablambe, and I am from Momo Division, precisely from Jikwa Subdivision. So I found myself living with my grandparents in the village when I was still small, living with my grandmom. So my grandmom was already living with another man because my real grandfather was dead before I was born. So then, while I was living with them, I think that was just the best life I had because I was so comfortable. My grandmom taught me how to live with people, how to love, so I was comfortable. Then my mom was already in the city. So my grandmom gave birth to 7 boys. My mom was the only girl. So my mom was always coming to the village to see me. So as time was growing, I was in class 4. I had dreams to become a footballer or an actress because in my school, I was always the first when it comes to ball. So I was always playing ball and I was always representing my school then in the village. So one of my uncle came to the village, took me to Boya. I was living with him in Munya. I was schooling at GPS Munya Group 1. So when I went there too, they also found me interesting. I became the head girl when it comes to handball. I became the sport prefect. Then when it came to handball, so I was always playing games. So I was playing FNASCO big games. So we're always growing. So then during that period, my mom was in Yaoundé. So in class 5, I went for holidays in Yaoundé. Then my mom was sick. Then in fact, I had no daddy. I had no father. My mom never explained to me who my father was. When I went to Yaoundé, I came back with my mom. She died. Then class 6, I wrote before writing the first school. I had a medal because I was playing in FNASCO games. So we went to Limbe. We were playing ball. So my school happened to be one of the best. We won. So I had my medal. Then I lost my mom. I started living with my sister with my auntie. So then I already had my first school too that same year. Now I was schooling in Somerset from 1. So while living with my auntie, I was always the one who was doing everything in the house, cleaning, cooking, going to the farm, doing everything. So in from 1 in Somerset, I was school. From 2, my auntie said, okay, now that my mom is not, and everything she had is not okay, and she removed me from Somerset, came to Charity, my 16. So I was schooling. Then my auntie is that kind of a person that I don't know, it's like she has her own personal things that were disturbing her. Today she will send me out of the house. Tomorrow she will come and look for me back in the street. I stayed in almost every house there in my 16. But I was so lucky because I was really hardworking. I know how to do farming and I knew cooking more than most of my friends. So anywhere I go to stay, their parents will always loved me. So in that from 2, they sent me out of the house and I was living with my friend Joy in their house. The parents were sending me to school because I was so hardworking. Joy was always there pressing her phone. So they found me interesting. I was there till from 5. Even when I'm going to school, the brothers are always giving me money more than her because I was always doing everything. I also stayed in my boyfriend's house. There's this guy that I was dating then. He took me to their house and the mom also liked me because I was hardworking. So that's how I was always getting love from everybody. Then from 5, when I had my ordinary level, I left, I stayed in Munya with my street friends. So I was already in the street, I knew what's up, I knew everything about life. Then, so when I was living with my friend, I went back to that house. When I went there, I saw that the house was broken. All my properties, my dresses were stolen. I came back to Malingo. So the only dresses I had were those 3 uniforms that was given to us from where we were working. So I'm that kind of a person that I don't know how to work under somebody because I'm very stubborn. I just like doing my own thing. So I worked there for a month only. Then during that period, I was dating one man. So because in my family, everybody knows how to play it. Everybody knows how to play it. So that's already something that was already in me. So he took me to one woman, he paid. I learned how to do my hair stuffs. So from then, I was already making small money. 2019, that was when I traveled, my first traveling. I got my passport. I traveled to Turkey. But I wasn't there for long because things were not moving. And that's when Corona started. So I fell back to Cameroon. Then I went now to India again for hair business. So when I was in India, I found myself doing drug business. And I also go into dating. There's nothing about dating that I will not know online. I knew how to arrive work. I knew how to send parcel, everything. So, but along the line, because I was doing dating with one Nigerian guy, and we broke up because the ex was coming back to him when he saw us successfully. Because when I met him, he was somehow down. But when I came with my hustling speed, because I've always been a hustler, I was always the one controlling work and picking. So the girl came back, fights, things were happening, but I told myself I could not fight because I had so many Cameroonians around that loved my personality and they were respecting me, and I felt like I cannot be fighting because of a man. Then I left. Then I started dating a guy in US. So he has been like my father, because when I had overstayed, he sent me 1 million to come back to Cameroon. He sent me 1 million and I did everything. I came back to Cameroon. So we had issues because he wanted to get married to me. Me, I did not, because me, I have my own things that I've always wanted to. Then my uncles were angry with me because back then from 2, a teacher wanted to get married to me. I said no, but before I could say no, one of my uncle there at school took the man to our house. So when they took the man to our house, they were like, no, I don't want to get married. I like me in a shower walk. I like me at the back at the tonton. So I didn't want to get married. So all my uncles have already been angry with me ever since. So now, when I came back from India now, 2022, I got scammed because I wanted to go to US. I got scammed. Then the last money I had, a lady introduced me to one guy that was in Bahrain called Amos. Before that, the girl I was living with in her house, like, she has always been my old paddy. Because when I came to Cameroon that time, I did not have a house. I don't want to mention her name. I was staying with her. And her husband is doing traveling document in Bahrain. They were not married then, but they are married now. So I was crying. I begged him. I said, okay, now I don't have money. This is the only thing I have. Because during that period I came, I first of all went to the village. My uncles started foundation. They wanted to build the house for my grandmom. They didn't have money. So when I went there, my grandparents are those people that have always been there for me. I just split the money I had, completed her house firstly, came back. So I trusted that person. Like everything I had, when that my sister's husband said he was not going to do my documents for me, everything I had, I didn't even thought of going into written agreement, because I'm that kind of a person that I'm always I feel like nobody can hurt me, you know, even though I was scammed. But that person that brought the guy to me was a lady I knew, so I didn't even bother of going into a strong agreement with the person. So I gave him my money. According to him, he gave me a visa. Then he just surprised me. He said, I cannot travel to Bahrain if I'm not having dollars. I said, okay, now I'm not having money. What am I going to do? Okay. Then I already had issues with that my guy in US, because he has always been everything. When I want money, he would just send. We had issues. So now, I ran around, I gathered money. My friend in Cyprus, she's not in Cameroon, she sent me. I went and bought dollars from that same man. The day I was supposed to travel, I went to the airport. They said airport were closed, so I could not travel. Then now my flight was shifted on that 23rd to 24th. I slept in Douala. I slept in Douala. I stayed in Douala for 1 month at my friend's place. I was just up because I didn't have a specific place on my own. So I was depressed, but people were not aware. Few people were aware, because me, I'm very strong. Since growing up, I have no parents, I'm always strong. So now, when I was in Douala, I stayed in Douala for 1 month. Along the line, he was still giving me hope that I could travel. But he said I have to buy dollars again from somebody else. And he never refunded the money for dollars. So I tried, and it did not go. I had to miss my flight. So after missing my flight, complications were coming. So in Cameroon, that's how the visa, everything got expired in my hand. And then I had to call one of my street sons because 2019, before traveling, I had the house in Malingo. I rented the house. So I kept my junior card there. Then I kept 2 of my street sons that were living there. So when I now traveled, I came. I heard that one was already traveled. So I called him. I explained everything to me. He was like, Mama, you were there for me when I had nothing. So he sent me 100,000. So that was how I took the money. I took care of myself. I was like, now, this is time for me to pull up. I cannot fall because people already knew that I've always been that person, that I'm always there for everybody. I was so depressed. Then I went to Tanzania for vacation. Then when I came back now, the guy that I was dating in India then, the guy that I was dating in India, the guy that was dating in India, he called me, he said he wanted me to come to Nigeria. Me, I already had my plans of going to Nigeria because I went on set with Caro and Copies. We acted a content. So from there, I saw that my dreams of becoming an actress cannot be possible if I don't work on my own. So when the guy was saying that I should come to Nigeria, me, I already had my plans of going to Nigeria. But I just used him because I collected money from him. Then I went. So when I went now, he was like, my dreams are so high. What he wanted us to do was to settle down together. But because I told him that I was not ready, I wanted to become somebody. Because when I was dating him, he was so stingy. So I was like, I cannot settle down with him. Because then he was always telling me that he had somebody in Nigeria. He was not going to get married to me. So I was so shocked. Then he came, then he called me again. So I was like, no, that's not possible. So when I went to Edo State, in his house, I stayed for 1 month. I left now. I went to same Edo State. The guy was living with a girl that I met from Istanbul. So while we were staying, the sister was advising me. She said I cannot just go into Nollywood straight because I'm going to be that person that, because I asked us that time that directors, they like sleeping with ladies before giving them room. So they were like, I should not go straight into acting. I should start with content. That was how they advised me.
Housemates, remember to be brief.
So that's how I started content on my own. Then from there, I saw
You
that
have 1 minute.
I started content on my own. I saw that I was not going. I left Edo State, went to Lagos. So I was struggling on my own until I had my house. I met people that I was working with. It was not easy. And then I still left Lagos again. I traveled. I left Lagos in December. I came to Cameroon, January, went back, traveled to Senegal, through road. Wait now. I went to Senegal through road, took a visa to Morocco. So I wanted to enter Europe. That was my focus. It was not easy. So I fell back to Cameroon. So when I fell back, it was many one day to Biggie. But before then, I was aware that Biggie was already happening, but I was depressed, so I didn't really wanted. So my mind was not focused on that part. Then I went to TikTok. Now somebody added Sammy, the influential guy. He added me on TikTok live. The way we were talking, they were like, "I'm so smart. I should go in for Biggie." One day to Biggie, I applied. So when I was coming, I was like, "Fine, I don't have a fan base in Cameroon. I want people to know me." So I had to go deep, strong, and extra. And I was so lucky that what I said went viral, and here I am. So what do you want to do?